We have to find ways in which we provide opportunities for our children, educational, vocational opportunities. But the notion that this is simply a monetary thing, that this is simply a question of where do you make your money, is something that I totally reject. Now, we have to reach out to our young people and make them understand about this moral issue that I'm talking about. And we've not maybe done as good a job as we should as adults. We bear some of the responsibility in that regard. But we have to, as we have, we get away from, I think, a lot of the things that made this nation great. We get away from values, asking ourselves tough questions, as I said, holding ourselves to certain standards, looking for the easy way out. And, we've got to get back to, I think, some of the old-time things that, raise the successful people who you see here and are capable of raising successful young people today. Leticia?
Yes. Were the Latino community part of this morning meetings?
Yes.
How are schools? How we can get money?
Well, again, the money is not the complete answer to everything. It's not the complete answer. As everybody taught, money will be given by the federal government, worked by the private sector as well, raising money. It has to be adults who take responsibility for every child, not only their own family, but then every block of the city of Chicago. It requires all of us. It doesn't require just money alone. It requires all of us to instill the family values instilled in all of you here today.
Attorney General Holder,
what's the follow-up going to be, Mr. Holder? I mean, is this just a fly in and out? Critics are going to say, well, this came from the show, and what happens?
Well, I said that this is not a show and tell. This is not words just written in speeches. This is a commitment by the President, all the way down to Arne Duncan, Attorney General Eric Holder, because they're just as passionate and they're just as concerned. These are wonderful public servants that can understand the problems of America, and that's why, in my relationship with them, they get it, and that's why they came out today, not to showboat anything, but to basically get results and work with all of us, not just here in the city of Chicago, but throughout the country. I am very convinced that their number one concern, and this is not just a press conference, then we could be back, not with press conferences, but a dialogue continuing with us in regards to not only this issue, but other issues, and that's what they've given to me.
The faith-based community in the past has always been a strong entity of change in America. And I know, Secretary, when you were here, you worked with them. I know in Chicago, in Detroit, you worked with them. My question is, from a national level, most preachers, and I'm from the faith-based community, feel alienated from the Attorney General's office and the Department of Education as far as working together. Are you going to do anything to mend that relationship so they're back into the...
Well, they've always been in the fold here in the city of Chicago. Our faith base, and anybody can, every press conference and every alderman, our faith base is involved on a continuous basis in every part of the city. It doesn't matter what religion they're involved. They are involved continually in the school system, in affordable housing, in discrimination, in economic development. They have been involved. Now, maybe in other cities, I don't know. Here.
Mr. Mayor, I was saying to the Attorney General, from a national level, the faith base, through the Kings and all that, and even to the Secretary, it used to be a national trend. When something happened, the faith base fell in. We know that there are certain groups in Chicago that does fall in for you. But
they don't fall in for me. They're falling
for the people.
For the people first.
So I'm asking the Attorney General, is there something going on to bring that gap between the faith community and the national Attorney General's office?
Yeah, as I said in my remarks, we're looking for solutions that will involve all of the responsible players in the communities around the station, and that obviously will include those in the faith-based community. We reach out to those organizations and those people who are serious about helping, who are going to be effective in crafting the solutions that we seek. And I don't really care where they come from. It's not only a question of faith-based, it's also ex-offenders, people who have been in the system and who are now doing positive things with their lives. We will try to find help wherever we can find it. I am prepared, Arne is prepared to work with people wherever we find them who are people of goodwill and who have the interests of children first and foremost in their minds.
Thank you guys, we have to go, we have to go.
Where you going?
Would you like to see another high school built around Area Gardens, since Harvey was going to put on there?